Yeah, no, I
Bring
know.
you know when you know, right? Like it's not like, we have like excellent references, and I even say welcome people say if you want to come and see how we live, you're welcome to come and see. Like the house is spotless, and like my animals are well cared for, like they're not outdoor animals, and like you can come and see how we live just to get an idea of what type of tenant. And you can talk to my
Yeah,
landlord.
yeah.
I've never missed a day rent. Like we're very good tenants, right? But like, yeah, it's just not working for us here.
Yeah, discriminating against somebody in a wheelchair, that is fucking disgusting. Like it's gross, and I mean in America illegal to put race into it, but like somebody that actually really needs help, that yeah, I don't know. I don't have any words for that kind of shit.
Just I just get frustrated sometimes. Like I'm okay, and then like it's just it's frustrating me. I get
It's
frustrated, and it's
um
nothing about being a hothead. It's just I'm frustrated. Like I'm just like I don't. This whole thing is just a whole. It should have never happened, and
I
you
know.
know, like
That's a whole different story. Yeah. Like this whole thing, this whole situation is 10 times like I don't know, 10 ways of fucked up.
yeah.
And then obviously like all the places that you applied for or looked at or whatever, they know that you have Maggie and some shittens.
Well, it's not Maggie. They can't discriminate against Maggie because she's a service dog. They're not allowed to, but they probably do, right? I don't even mention her, to be honest. I don't even mention her because she doesn't have to be mentioned, right? But she's not considered like legally considered a
An
pet.
animal. Yeah, yeah.
So I just tell them I have the cats, but they're indoor and there's a litter box, right? So
No, she can't put weight on it. Like that's yeah.
almost that's why I put the video out there. I'm like, if someone knows someone, right? Because sometimes like these landlords that they own like 300 different properties, they don't give a shit, right? They just freaking, like they get to be picky. But people that are friends with someone that knows someone can say, hey, I have a friend that is really in this situation. Sometimes that's almost better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So have you been looking at houses like freestanding houses or
Yeah,
apartments
no,
or
we can't do an apartment with the animals. There's no way.
oh,
No way. But we're like, what would be ideal is like a mobile home type place, like a newer one, that
yeah,
have
but
like
you need
big
one with a
open
ramp.
concepts.
Yeah, but you need a ramp though. How do you get in?
Some of them are front, or they have ramps. Some of them have ramps, or some of them are just like one or two steps, and then you can just get a ramp that just portable ramp, right?
Okay, I was gonna say because the only time that I ever saw inside and outside of an actual mobile home was when Angel's old place, and it was super cute. Like it was actually like I completely lost my like how people always make fun of like trailers and whatever, like call people trailer
Yeah.
trash and all that kind of shit. And that place was like it was the neighborhood was like green and quiet and like chill, and the trailer itself was really cool, and I was like damn, like why did I look down my whole life on
Because
trailers
because back in the day, like in the 80s and 90s or whatever, trailers were were
yeah,
were usually lower income type places and just trashy garbage neighborhoods. With They still exist, don't get me wrong, but like some of the new ones that they have, the mobile homes, the new,
yeah,
they call them manufactured homes now. It's kind of
all
funny,
right,
funny the way they changed the words from
yeah.
trailers to mobile homes to now to manufactured homes.
Well, no,
But
there's a difference. I can tell you the difference. A prefab, like a manufactured home, aka prefab, is where the house it comes on it gets trucked in,
yeah,
like completed. That's why it's called prefab. It's prefabricated, and then it's set into place. But there's no more undercarriage. There's no more wheels. It gets bolted down permanently, and a trailer still has the wheels and all that shit under it, and then it just gets a lattice fence put around so you don't see that part. So the prefab actually sits level ground. So that would be for you to
yeah.
it's easier with the wheelchair because the actual trailer is pretty high off the ground because it has all that under shit. So I
Right.
remember it had a pretty decent set of stairs to get in there.
Yeah. Yeah, like my friend in Alabama, she had a really nice one though. Like you're probably like you're talking about, and there was like 4 stairs to get up or whatever, 4 or 5 stairs, but they're steep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now. And she had a nice open place, big huge soaker tub in the back. Like the main bedroom was huge, and it had like two
Yeah.
open swinging doors to the bathroom, and it had like this big huge round tub. It was really nice.
Yeah, she too had a king bed in there, and it was a decent size. It was a decent sized bedroom. What was I gonna say? Multiple people now have said like something about you living in the States. No, she can't. She doesn't have a green card or like
Yeah.
a permanent. Like what's it called? A permanent.
And I need my medical up here. Like I need to.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with a medical issue, so I can't be in the States at all. I mean, I can go down for a visit for a week or something. I could go down, but I can't stay down there. I need to be close to home when
Right.
there's not
But
my. Once
to
they
answer that
start,
question,
huh?
yeah, to answer that question in the chat, like she needs Canada right now, so it has to be Canada.
Yeah, but and then once physio starts, I'm not gonna be able to leave at all. I'm gonna have to be here. Like I can go down for a night or so, like down to the States or whatever, but I can't like do what I was doing before, where just up and just go somewhere. I have to wait a
Does
while.
does Patrick have a driver's license?
He does, but it's not for Canada. So
Oh,
yeah.
where is it like?
Even if he did, nobody's allowed to drive my truck.
I was gonna say like when it comes to like getting around, like at least you have a driver now.
I can drive. I drive. I drove.
Yeah.
I drove all the way back to my brother's, which is like an hour and a half drive. I did it.
Hi Shay.
Mind you, it was painful, but I did it.
Yeah.
As he lives like in this area, it's called Cascade Falls, which is like if you get to Mission is an hour from here, and then another 25 minutes up to my brother's place, which is like into the bush, no cell phone reception. But he's got like 10 acres. He's got a really nice place up there.
I don't even know how that works in Canada. Like he probably can apply to get a Canadian driver's license.
Yeah, he has to do it, but he has to take the. I think you got to get your L first. I think it kind of works the same way. Like you have to do the test, and I think his English needs to be a little bit better first.
Where's he from again? What country?
Yeah, no.
Ghana? I don't know how that works over there. Like I know that a German driver's license is accepted immediately in the US. Like I remember when
Yeah,
I
you
came.
can. You can. I mean, immediately, but he's been here for almost, for few years now, so he needs to get it switched over.
Right. No, no. What I mean is like I came to Kansas and within 6 months I had a Kansas driver's license. I literally just walked into the DMV or like whatever that was, yeah, DMV I think, and I showed them my German driver's license and they verified it basically. They just handed me a Kansas one. No questions, no tests, no exam, nothing. Like literally just like, okay, German driver's license is like there's no expiration date. Um, and I guess they knew like how much more it takes to get a driver's license in Germany than it ever is in Kansas. So it was like, okay, here you go. Here's your Kansas license.
Yeah.
And with that, from state to state to state, I've always just gotten it replaced, like gotten it like transferred.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, so unfortunately, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of permit is he on in Canada? Does he have like a Canadian version of a green card, or does he have like a visa, or like?
So when he came here, his uncle brought him here on a work permit. So
Okay.
like a work visa, a closed work permit, which means he can only work for him. So
Right.
just before this happened, like a week before, his uncle says, "Oh, sorry guys, there's no work right now, so I'll let you know when there's work." It's been how long now? Almost 2 months. No work. There's still no work. Even if he could go to work, there's no work. So and legally, his uncle is like responsible for him, and it's just been dicking. There's like 5 or 6 of them dicking them around. Actually, George phoned me yesterday to let me know that he actually went and reported them for financial abuse.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to be careful because like if the stipulation or like if the whatever if shit's not met anymore, then he can get booted. I
Yeah.
don't know how Canada works with that stuff though, so I'm not gonna say on something that I don't have any like experience with. But like in the US, it's rough. Like the moment you work, if you have something like that, like an H-1B, and your workplace falls through, you're gone. Like you're out.
Yeah, well, they can figure it out. Like, Canada's different. Canada's a little bit more like we don't want like we need people here, right?
Yeah.
Canada needs people here, so it's here. It's like Canada's more willing to work with the person to help them
Right.
stay. So it'll everything will work out now. I think now that that's happened, so it should be good. But I just need, like I said, I just need to move so that we can start that process, right?
I was gonna say easy way you can just marry, but ha 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 ha, no rush.
I don't even think that would help. You might move to Canada. Why? Canada's garbage and too
No,
expensive.
look what they're saying after this next election.
Yeah.
Listen, I was just talking with my parents about that. Like, if you really think about it, and this is the part where like we all just stopped and looked at each other for a second. Like, if you really think about it, right now what's happening, like the whole world's falling apart. We have problems, we have inflation, we have rents that are too high, people on the streets, blah 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 blah. And in the greatest country on earth, we have the biggest fucking clown circus happening. And like there's bigger problems in this world than this like top of the line stage like circus.
Someone just said it's rough in Canada also, but if the boss doesn't need him, he can send him home. But you can file common law. How do I do that? Because yeah, he's living here, right? So that's interesting. I didn't know that. Huh. You could file for common law. How do I? Where do I help? How?
What? How what?
Lease. Oh, okay. Someone said we'd be both on the lease for a year, so we need to be on the lease that says that we're living together for a year, or okay. That's almost no common law is not legally married. It's 6
I,
months.
I I was literally just gonna say you also have to be careful.
But in Canada, common law now is like instant, doesn't it?
No, but
They changed everything.
you have to be careful because what you also don't want is a situation where all of a sudden um, there's an issue like if you guys don't work out and you have to break up or whatever, and all of a sudden he's entitled to some of your shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
You never know. Like I've been through so much at this point. Like um, I'm at the point where I trust nobody. Like unless somebody really shows me, like unless somebody proves to me that I can trust them, it's like I always have to expect at this point. I always have to assume that if I have a problem with somebody, that like next day they're gonna be on live with like the slander gang and they're gonna unpack all my private secrets. So that's why like nah, I'm good. Yeah. And when I was married, I had a prenup. Yes. Yes. Hi, Lori. I'm still curing my jet lag. Hi, Tanya. Oh, it's the OGs in here. Tanya, June 2020.
Of course, I'm Googling right now.
Oh, yeah.
You guys got me Googling. This live will end in 4 minutes and 58 seconds if you do not slide the slider.
Yeah, I know they do that now because they don't want unattended lives.
Yeah. And they did that to me when I was in the hospital. Actually, when I went to use the bathroom one time.
When it ended,
Yeah. Yeah. I slid it. We're good. People sleep on the live. Yeah.
yeah, some people, surprisingly, like some people always get an exception from the rule. Like everybody else, like it's not a what do you call it? Like a common standard.
Yeah. It does look like I cut my hair, doesn't it? But I didn't. It's just layered, I guess.
It's weird. I don't want somebody watching me sleep. Yeah, same here. Same here.
One time I was on live and there was like 6 boxes. I was in one of the boxes and I started to fall asleep and I started snoring. And they're all like, and then like my ex was watching and he phoned me. He's like, Kelly, you're snoring. I'm like, oh fuck, thanks.
Listen, there was no cameras, but I have a funny story. I have a super funny story. So, once upon a time, when I was on CB radio, and we had like a whole group, we was like 25 of us, like on channel 28, and I was that